we have a composition function described here where you have f of x and you have g of x, and then you're going to stick them together somehow where you're putting g of x inside the f of x function, and the result is h of x. This is called function composition. And what this problem is telling us is, okay, here's f, here's g, here's what h is. It's the composition. What is h of 1/3? So there's a couple of ways you could do this. I'm going to go through what I think is the simplest, and you can decide which of these two methods you like. What I'm going to do is first think about translating h of 1/3. I just want to rewrite that to get a sense of what's going on here. According to the equation right here, h of 1/3 equals f of g of 1/3. Okay, so let's work from the inside out. Start with g of 1/3. What is g of 1/3? Well, let's figure that one out. G of 1/3 is equal to, remember this is your g equation up here, 1 divided by 1/3. We put 1/3 in for x. Now 1 divided by 1/3 is 3. You can do keep, flip, change, or however method you like, but that means g of 1/3 is 3. And now I want to know what happens if I stick 3 in here. Hold on, let me write this. This is going to be f of 3 now. Can you see that? G of 1/3 is 3, so we stick that in to the f function. So what is f of 3? Well, that'll be this last thing I do. So f of 3 equals 1 over 3 minus 1, which is 1 over 2, which is the answer. Okay, so that's one method you could use for this. Another method is, instead of working with 1/3 at the beginning, don't work with that until the end. And I'll show you what that might look like. I would say, okay, I know h of x equals f of g of x. And what you can do here now is take your f equation, which is 1 divided by something minus 1, right? That's f. And then into that, put g. Remember what g is? G is 1 over x. So how do we solve this equation? Or simplify it at least so it's not so terrible looking. Well, you can multiply top and bottom by x. Okay, this is using a crazy one. I'm not changing the value, right? I'm just changing what it looks like. And that turns this into x divided by 1 minus x. Okay, that's not so bad. And then in place of that x, you can plug 1/3. So what that would look like is this. You'd say, okay, this is equal to 1/3 divided by 1 minus 1/3, which is, 1/3 divided by 2/3, and keep, flip, change. That'll get you right back to 1/2 again. So two approaches. You can either establish a general statement about the composition itself, which is always true, and then plug in your x value. Or you can start with your x value, plug that in on the very inside right here, and then get the result, plug that in to f.